I've partnered up with the F1 store for 2022, the best place to buy Formula 1 merchandise. Currently, they have an incredible end-of-year sale on with plenty of 2021 lines available at up to 40% off, with official merch available from every Formula 1 team. If you're interested, click the link at the top of the description or in the pinned comment down below to help support the channel.
And hello to everyone joining us here in Silverstone this weekend as the drivers make their final preparations for today's race. The grid is forming up and we're getting ready for what promises to be a real spectacle. Davide, is there anything we should be looking for in today's race? The teams are all very competitive at the moment, so are we about to witness a push from anyone in particular?
Hi Alex, the team will have been studying everyone else out there very carefully, so I think we are in for a very interesting event today. I can't wait to see how this race unfolds.
Hello everyone and welcome back guys to a brand new video where today we're here back with sprint race number 2 of the weekend here from the British Grand Prix. Of course, if you missed out yesterday's video, what are you doing? Go back and check it out before we dive into this one here today. Sprint race 1 from the British GP was, yes, certainly one to write home about early on in this campaign. But today though, the threat of rain looms later on in this GP. Now of course, in Formula 2, there's no wet tyre, there's no intermediate tyres, I should say. It just goes dries to full wet. So we might be in for a tricky second half of the Grand Prix here today. But fingers crossed we can keep it clean and tidy as we get into this one. Starting P10, we've got Bent Viscal alongside us here on the 5th row of the grid. And fingers crossed, if we can have a good start like we did in race 1, maybe we can move our way up the order. 5 red lights for sprint race 2 and it's lights out and away we go. Ooh, a lot of throttle there. Luckily, no bog down on the run towards turn 1. And Schwartzman on our inside. Nice and easy through turn 1, lap 1 there. As Schwartzman, clearly aware we're in the title fight, he's going to back out of it. Is up the inside of Bent Viscal will go. Spent most of the race yesterday trying to make the move work on him, but we've managed to do it inside 3 corners here of race 2. Well, I say that, and we definitely have not there. Huge amount of understeer on the exits. Oh, Schwartzman, Schwartzman, our teammate, up the inside there. But luckily we gave him the room, ran a little bit wide on the exit. Then neither Prema wanted to make contact like we saw in the real 2020 GP weekend here. As we head down in towards Luffield for the first time in this race. Everyone just sort of trying to make up moves there. Teo Porcher, who of course was mighty aggressive at the start of yesterday's race. Not quite, well, he's made up more places than he did at the start of yesterday's. But still, yeah, not quite moving as far up the order as I'm sure he would have wanted as we head through the old turn 1, lap 1, cold tyres, everything like that. Track definitely a lot more overcast as well, which tends to provide you with a little less grip here on F1 2021. But it's been an odd little start to this race. No places gained, no places lost, and a fairly undramatic start. Despite a couple of almost moments there. Almost contact with our teammate who's dropped behind Dan Ticktum here. Dan Ticktum desperately needs some points on the board, one of very few who is still yet to score early on in this campaign. But yeah, as we come towards the end of lap 1 though, I think it is going to be old Enzo Fittipaldi who leads the way. Like I keep saying, this series always finds himself up towards the front, and that's how he heads into this second sprint race with a 13-point lead in the Drivers' Championship there. There we go, 144 from him as the back end again tries to break away through that final turn. But end of lap 1, it's P10 to P10. I think we've got to wait for the rain, but see if we can try and make some places before then. It's all over the back of Bent Viscal to the inside will go. Being super aggressive through turn 2 there. It's narrowed up the run into turn 3, but we've pulled off the dive. And we're now making some forward progress. Next up, Alessio Deleda.
You made it look easy.
Team happy with that one? Therefore so am I. Ooh, Alessio Deleda really struggling as we head out onto the back straightaway here. We go purple in the middle sector, so clearly we're getting these tyres up into a good operating window. Nice and early on in this second race. Are we going to be able to have a look up the inside at the end of the hangar straight there? Deleda saw me in his mirrors and almost jumped out the way there on the anchors. We'll give him the room on the exit the corner. He's going to have the inside in towards the final chicane. But Alessio Deleda, yeah, not clearly very confident early on there. That's far too deep though through the final corners of lap 2. As we try and make sure we give the Italian some room there. Don't want a Magnussen Albon style crash from a couple of years ago. We are now back up then into P8 now of the race, into the points once more. And this is what we need to be doing, just keep building up points tallies. this stage of the game there, but we need big scores ahead of the likes of Fittipaldi and co. But yeah, not doing too badly so far. 2 places in 2 laps. Next up, Teo Porcher. Oh, we got yellow flags out. Someone's got issues. I think it's a car behind us. No idea who it's gonna be though. Oh no, it's Schwartzman! Our teammate, his season goes from bad to worse, and the first Prema failure of the campaign there. Robert Schwartzman out of the second sprint race here from Silverstone. And that is, I mean, just, yeah, Schwartzman's had such a torrid start to the year. Always just outside the top 10. And that's not going to help him this weekend. No points scored again in either sprint race. He's only got tomorrow to try and get anything. Oh, there we go. I saw a flash. The rain is about to arrive then here in Silverstone, and this is where things are going to get very interesting very quickly here. Everyone on the hard tyres, which generally the rule of thumb on F1 2021 is the softer rubber the better, but we're all in the same boat. How bad is the rain going to get though? That's the real question on everybody's mind. But yeah, Britain always throws up some interesting weather, and today is going to be no different. Look at this, Teo Porcher really is struggling at the moment as this track starts to get a little bit moist here. We're going to get a good run in this. Look at that, we went purple through the middle sector there despite the rain starting to pour here down the back straight. Oh, we get a little bit closer to Teo Porcher in towards the final few corners though of lap 4. Are we going to be close enough for a send? Oh, thought about it, but Teo Porcher just brave enough on the anchors. It's not like trying to go for a send on Alessio Deleda. That final corner is always scary. It's just terrifying in these conditions. Come on though, we've got to get a run on the Wellington Straight on Teo Porcher here. You know, this is a really big opportunity. It looks like Sato is causing a bit of a train up at the front. Didn't quite go for the same move we pulled on Bent Viscal yesterday, but round the outside through Vale. No, not quite able to make the move work there. We might be able to get the power down on the exit. It's looking at Porcher even just understeered out a little bit wide there on the exit of the corner, and now we might get a Hamilton Verstappen moment as we head up in towards the old turn 1. We actually hit the apex there, which Hamilton of course can't claim in real life, and we do make the move work. I'm at a 7th place now of this race, but there was really a sense 20 minutes of light rain then. There's a real sense now that this comes down to the driver more than anything else. We've struggled to make huge impacts here so far this weekend. You know, you can make a couple of overtakes, but generally it takes a while to close up to the cars in front. Who now knows what's going to be possible here if you can find the grip and have some confidence. Oh, almost had a look at the inside of Liam Lawson there as we head through Vale once more, but thought better of it on the exit of the corner. I keep calling that Vale. I'm genuinely not 100% sure if it is, so I'm so sorry if I've tilted a few of you guys in the comments. Generally, I don't know what it is, Silverstone. I can't remember a lot of the corner names there, but anyway, out in towards Maggots and Beckett's once more. Of course, I definitely know this iconic set of corners. Oh, big wobble on the way in there. Accidentally kind of spat us over the inside curb, but down into 3rd gear to get the rotation. Oh, try and put the power down. Come on, hold on to it. Hold on to it, and all that hard work we've done so far is going to completely go down the drain as we drop back down behind Bent Viscal here. Are we going to see Dan Ticktum have a look as well? We've got grass on the tyres, so we've got to be careful. Dan Ticktum still trying to make it work there, but lucky we're able to hold on to that and keep it pointing in the right direction. We've lost 3 places, but not a huge amount of time. Now I've really got the bit between my teeth, though. I want to recover these places back and maybe just get a little bit more here. With 5 laps to go of the British Grand Prix, I'm feeling a bit more confident than a lot of runners at the moment. There is, look at the speed we're able to maintain round the outside of Bent Viscal, side by side in towards Maggots and Beckett. Who's going to back out? We've forced Bent Viscal into backing out of that one there, and we're back up then into 9th place, just behind Deleda and Porcher.
Nice overtake.
That was such an aggressive move there, but just, you know, making sure Bent Viscal knows, you know, we're in his head rent-free now at this stage of the season. But yeah, can we close up to Deleda and Porcher there? I mean, Lawson is nowhere in front of him either. It's a big kick of oversteer again. I feel like I've said that most of this weekend though. AI seem to really be struggling as we head out onto the old pit straight here once more. But can we get close enough to Deleda? They're getting less and less confident through the old turn 1 as well. As are we going to be able to do what we did to Bent Viscal? No, Deleda certainly not allowing us to have a look at the inside. Or very early though on the brakes is the Italians. We'll try and get a bit of a switcheroo on the exit of there, attacking the curbs. Oh, big switch, but we do hold on to it this time round. Don't have a tank slapper as we head out onto the hangar straight once more, but are we going to do what we did to the leader many laps ago? Up the inside we go, big old send, get the car towards the apex, slotting in front of him, and we're back into the points once more then, with 3 laps to go. How much more can we have? Not much if we're going to do that. What's that? My wheel lost force feedback there. That's always scary. 2 laps to go, and it appears to be all aboard the Marina Sato train as we head out of the final corner, about to start lap 10. Yeah, Sato, we've seen it many times this year.
About 3/10 a lap.
Sato causing a bit of a truddy train, but I mean, yeah, Fittipaldi's just checked out of this one, dominated the race in these conditions. Oh, we had a look up the inside of poor Chair, but again, just like he did earlier on, just making it very clear he's just not going to make it easy for us as we try and put the power down on the exit of the loop. Come on. Oh, this thing is such a handful. Oh, this is such a joyous car to drive still. Prema, what a machine you've built for this season there. It's an absolute laugh. Seriously, I've said it before and I'll say it again. Give the F2 cars a go on F1 2021. Some of you guys wonder why I have so many clips from these cars, and they're just so much fun. But anyway, yeah, lap and a half to go then of the British Grand Prix. We've got Taya Porcher and Liam Lawson just in front of us. We are in the points at the moment, but I'd love to try and get a little bit more this Grand Prix if we can. There is all over the curbing on the exit of Old Turn 1. You can see everyone just at the road. No one really wants to get offline. No one wants to make it the move a moment. I'm just going to see if anything's going to be possible there. Oh, big kick of understeer as we head out onto the hangar straight for the penultimate time. Oh, there we go. Looks like we're going to see some moves up the road. Not too sure who it is. I want to say it's Larim Zendelli, but it might... No, it'd have to be Richard Verschoor, sorry. Of course, Zendelli had issues in the first race there. Around the outside of Yuri Vips, there is contact between them. And look at that, poor Chair and Lawson again and get caught out by this. Are we going to have a look up the inside of poor Chair? We'll try and catch him by surprise. We'll give him the room on the inside for the second part, but he'll back out of that one. And the ART driver gets relegated to P8 once more. Now we've just got Lawson and Vips, both high-techs just in front of me, battling it out with one more lap to go then of this second sprint race of the weekend here. And look at this, look how much we're closing in. We're taking some alternate lines there. We're trying to maintain as much momentum as we can through some of the higher speed corners. Oh, as we all just back up a little bit there. Yuri Vips is really struggling at the moment. I don't know if he picked up a little bit of front wing damage. Is again trying to put the power down out onto the Wellington straight here. Poor Chair's going to come back at me. Lawson goes around the outside of his teammate Yuri Vips. It's all kicking off just like we saw in Sprint Race 1. It is all action here late on in the British Grand Prix. Are we going to be able to get the run now on Yuri Vips? Oh! We almost Sebastian Vettel'd it as we head out onto the back straightaway there. That was a massive drift. Into Old Turn 1 we go for the final time of the race there. Vips is definitely struggling. Vips has definitely got issues at the moment. Look at that. To the outside we go. Down in towards Maggots and Beckett's once more. We made the move work on Bent Viscal. We'll make the move work on Yuri Vips as well. And I'm at a P6. We're just a handful of corners to go of the second British F2 sprint race there. We're chucking this thing around like no tomorrow. Poor Chair now is going to have a look past Vips as well as we head down the back straightaway. There's more battles going on between Sato and I want to say, is that the other... No, I think that's David Beckman. I want to say battling it right up the front for P2 there. I think Sato might just have hung on for it. Enzo Fittipaldi takes home yet another win there. I want to say that's his third or fourth win of the year, but we come through the final couple of corners from 10th on the grid, 4 places gained. It's P6 and we survived.
Alright, race over. Take care of the car on the way in.
A great win then for the Charouse team today. And Davide Valsecchi, give me your thoughts. How did they accomplish this result?
I think this race was won thanks to the tire management. You have to remember, it's not just about going as fast as you can. It's about consistency. It's about maintaining your speed over an entire race distance. So being able to keep the lap time competitive while still respecting the tires, that's where they won today.
It's time for those well-deserved celebrations. They may be one of the newer teams to join F2, but the Charouse team have shown they're a force to be reckoned with, taking home the victory. Well done to everyone on the team. So then, it's time to see how this result affects the Drivers' Championship. And here's how things are shaping up in the Teams' Championship. MP Motorsport move further clear at the top. And after all that excitement, I think it's time for a lie down. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you when Formula 2 returns.
Well, there we are then, guys. The end of the second sprint race of the weekend, and probably the most fun I've had in a single F2 race, I want to say, so far this series there. Enzo Fittipaldi takes home the dub, 7 seconds clear of Marino Sato, who did a fantastic defensive drive all day long there. David Beckman in P3 ahead of Vasseur, Lawson and myself in P6. Ahead of Porcher and Yuri Vips rounds out the points, so Vips still did get 1 point there for the Estonian, and then Deleda and Bent Viscal rounding out our top 10 there. You can see the rest of your finishers. Guan Yu Zhou down in 21st, and of course Schwartzman not making it to the flag means championship-wise, Fittipaldi now further extends his lead at the top once more, 22 points clear of Liam Lawson there. We're still closing in, obviously still ahead of Richard Vasseur after the opening 2 races of the weekend, but Zendelli just 8 points clear of us as well, so we could jump him by the end of this one. Sato's big haul of points promotes him up into P13, ahead of my teammate Yang Guan Yu Zhou there, and constructors-wise, we almost cross over the 100-point barrier there, just 3 points between Hitech and Charoux. But yeah, MP Motorsport 27 out in front at the moment. Things are looking very, very good for them. But thank you all so much for watching this video nonetheless. If you have enjoyed, do make sure you leave a like, get yourself subscribed. We'll be back later on today with my team episode 4 from Portugal. And then, of course, yeah, back tomorrow ready for the final race of the weekend. Yeah, you guys do not want to miss that. None of these videos would be possible without the help of our channel members, so a massive thank you to all of the names you see on your screens currently for helping support the channel. You can join them by clicking the join button down below, and yeah, thank you once again to everyone that continues all the insane support on my work.